This is a compilation of enriching talks of various devotees with Sri Nanagaru. Sri Nanagaru had a unique way of unveiling the greatness hidden within the devotees. He questioned them in a manner that brought out the hidden gold within them. Though Sri Nanagaru was aware of the truth, sometimes he acted ignorantly and posed questions to the devotees. Then, Sri Nanagaru inspired the devotees to give us a profound message through their replies. Sri Nanagaru communicated with several devotees, ranging from uneducated and illiterate women to highly educated professors, doctors, and bureaucrats. Their conversations with Sri Nanagaru and the inherent guidance Sri Nanagaru gave them for their material and spiritual prosperity provide us an excellent opportunity to learn.
Sri Nanagaru asked a devotee consolingly, "It has been a year since your son expired. Are you still troubled with his remembrance?" The devotee replied, "Nanagaru, since it is a relationship of 30 years, we certainly cannot forget him. We are reminded of him, but his remembrances do not disturb us." This is an excellent instance to depict that Guru gives us the strength to forbear the effect of destiny. Referring to the above devotee, Sri Nanagaru said, "Her devotion has become her armor and prevented the sorrow from touching her heart."
Few Muslim devotees used to visit Sri Nanagaru. When they started coming frequently to Sri Nanagaru, their family members cautioned them, "You are frequently visiting Nanagaru. Be careful, he may convert you into Hindus." The Muslim devotees then replied, "Sri Nanagaru never makes such attempts to convert us into Hindus. The aspect of religion itself does not arise in his presence. Our devotion to Allah will increase manifold by visiting Sri Nanagaru. If you want, you can also accompany us. Once you come to Nanagaru and then decide whether there is any truth in your apprehension." The Muslim devotees themselves narrated this to Sri Nanagaru.
One Muslim devotee settled in Qatar and started a business there. She decorated her shop with a photo of Sri Nanagaru. Once, she called Sri Nanagaru and said, "Nanagaru, the sales have increased since I put your photo in my shop. The customers are coming back again and again. Initially, they asked, 'Whose photo is it?' I replied, 'It is my guru's photo. I visited him at least twice a week when I was in India. But now I don't have that chance. Therefore, I put his photo in the shop and view him.' Then they said, 'His eyes look very peaceful and powerful. Can we also view him? Can we also salute him?' I replied, 'You can certainly see and salute him.' Thus, the customers are returning repeatedly for the sake of those blissful eyes."
Sri Nanagaru narrated the following about a lawyer. There is a lawyer who accepts only genuine cases for the sake of argument. Suppose he wants to avoid taking up any case, he would directly tell the client that he is unwilling to take up his case for argument. Suppose the client offers more money and requests him to take up the case for argument, he would not raise the topic of God. Rather, he would say, "I have children and grandchildren. My entire lineage will get ruined if I do such wrong things." He would not raise the topic of Rama or Krishna but would suggest they go to another lawyer. He would say, "I don't say your case is weak. You may also win the suit. If I take up your case for argument, though I may not get affected, my children or grandchildren may get affected. Its ill effect may ruin us completely. All the days are not alike. As a result of possessing intellect, I will get ruined completely if I utilize it for wrong purposes. Sri Nanagaru asked the lawyer, "What is this? You don't even raise the topic of God?" The lawyer replied, "Why should we drag God into such affairs? All these are but materialistic affairs."
Once, Sri Nanagaru told a devotee, "God subjects you to severe trials to examine whether you are stable in your level of consciousness." Then the devotee replied, "Nanagaru, didn't you say that though God may subject us to severe trials, Guru will protect us?" Sri Nanagaru said, "It is enough if you have that faith."
Once, a devotee with a big beard visited Sri Nanagaru. Sri Nanagaru asked him, "How can you bear that beard?" That devotee replied, "I don't want anyone to get attracted by my form. Hence, I am growing this beard. A person with a beard looks to be uncivilized. Therefore, I am growing a beard not for my sake but for the sake of others." Referring to this, Sri Nanagaru said, "Body is the cause of all the illusions."
A devotee performed certain good deeds. Addressing him, Sri Nanagaru said, "You have performed those good deeds, isn't it?" The devotee replied, "Who am I? God only can do things. As long as we think of ourselves as separate from God, it represents our ego." Nanagaru, how can the ego perform any work? Referring to the above conversation, Sri Nanagaru said, "When we attain self-realization, our body becomes an instrument in the hands of God." The devotee did not say God can do things. Instead, he said, "God only can do things."
A devotee remained unperturbed even amid a severe hardship. Addressing him, Sri Nanagaru said, "How are you not disturbed at all? You seem to be maintaining your composure. Even amid this severe hardship, you possess the same state of mind that existed before being inflicted by this hardship." The devotee, who firmly believed in God, replied, "Nanagaru, did I get this hardship without the knowledge of God?" Nanagaru replied, "How is it possible? Nothing can happen without the knowledge of God." Then the devotee said, "I can neither preach nor write nor perform very big pujas or yagas. God wants to bestow me with a greater state than the one attained by the people performing the above deeds. Therefore, God has blessed me with these hardships." Regarding the above devotee, Sri Nanagaru said, "That devotee possesses neither education nor wealth. But he considers all his hardships to be blessings of God." I did not understand whether that devotee was the Guru or I was the Guru. I concluded that he was only the Guru. Though he is not well educated, he possesses a lively faith in the existence of God. He has great reverence for the will of God. God's will has become his will. He will sit down wherever God makes him sit. Whichever direction he may look into, he will experience only peace. For such people, everything seems to be God's blessing.
Once, a devotee fell sick and was being served by her daughter. The daughter said, "Mother, we are going to Nanagaru. Do you want any message to be conveyed to Nanagaru?" The devotee replied, "I don't need any mediators between myself and Nanagaru." Referring to this, Sri Nanagaru said, "Why is a mediator required when there is a relationship with the indweller?"
Sri Nanagaru asked a devotee casually, "How is your daughter?" The devotee replied, "She is all right. but somehow she has changed a bit. Referring to that devotee, Sri Nanagaru said, "She is brilliant." She did not reveal that her daughter has become egoistic or proud. She did not say anything bad about her daughter. She very cleverly said that her daughter had changed a bit. We must understand the subject and should refrain from uttering any wrong words from our mouths. She has spoken softly and smoothly by stating that her daughter has changed. Here, change does not refer to any change within the body. It is the change within the mind.
Once, a devotee said, "Nanagaru, why should I blame someone? The fruit of my past deeds has borne fruit in the form of my elder son. I should not even blame him. All this is due to my destiny. So why should I grieve Nanagaru?" Referring to this, Sri Nanagaru said, "The devotee is thinking perfectly."
Once, a devotee became inflicted with cancer. Sri Nanagaru asked her, "Do you want any advanced medical treatment?" The devotee replied, "Even if you ensure I get advanced medical treatment, will I stay on this earth forever? No, hence, I don't want any advanced medical treatment." She then asked, "Nanagaru, will my devotion to your feet continue even to my next birth?" Sri Nanagaru replied, "Your devotion will get carried forward to your next birth without any residue. It is the divine law."
Once, a husband told his wife, "You may attend the sermons of Sri Nanagaru on the eve of festivals like Ramana Jayanti or Sri Nanagaru's birthday. Why do you want to go even on normal days?" Then the wife replied very boldly, "Now both of us have become aged. We have fulfilled all our responsibilities. Our children are well settled. Today, I finished my cooking. But you want me to skip the sermon. If I stop going there, we will be merely looking at the face of each other. How long shall we look at each other's faces? Moreover, are we doing any selfless work? No, at least allow me to listen to a few good words. I will be back within 2 hours." Referring to the above devotee, Sri Nanagaru said, "She is a very strong lady. One needs a lot of boldness to speak thus."
Once, while offering fruits to Sri Nanagaru, a devotee said, "Nanagaru, please bless me so that my hands will always get involved in charity and good deeds." Sri Nanagaru mentioned her prayer in an informal chat. Later, while addressing a sermon, Sri Nanagaru referred to the above narration and said, "Till now, I have been mentioning only about the chaff. Now, let me tell you about the grain." Actually, the devotee said, while doing charity, "As the object is released from my hands, please bless me such that it is released even from my mind." This is the actual grain.
Once, a lady who lived in a joint family visited Sri Nanagaru. When Sri Nanagaru asked, "How many people are there in your family?" she said, "We wash 60 plates per day, 30 in the morning and 30 in the evening." The parents, children, and all the grandchildren lived together in a joint family. Sri Nanagaru asked her, "When will you get separated?" She replied, "What is bothering you if we are united? We have come here expecting to hear some good words from you. But you are talking about our separation. Each one of us is doing some task or another. Marriages within the family are being conducted with joint money. My father-in-law and husband are fond of you. Hence, I have come to see you. But why are you always concerned about our separation? You have been asking me the same question whenever I came here. Again, Sri Nanagaru asked her, "Do you have a servant maid to wash clothes or clean dishes?" The lady replied, "When 30 people are at work, why do we need a servant maid? Do you think that except for eating, we know nothing else? Do you consider us to be lazy people or escapists? The next time you visit us, please don't raise the topic of our separation." Referring to the above lady, Sri Nanagaru said, "It seems that they wash 60 plates daily. They are still living as a joint family. Let alone 10. Not even two brothers stay together these days as they only crave separation, separation, and separation."
Once, while addressing a devotee, Sri Nanagaru said, "You want only Nithya, you don't want Leela? Why do you want only Nithya and not Leela? Why are you differentiating between Nithya and Leela? Nithya, or salvation, and Leela, or the worldly play of God, resemble the two sides of the same coin. How can a coin be devoid of two sides? How can you attain completeness by craving only for Nithya and neglecting the aspect of Leela?" The devotee replied, "Nanagaru, whatever you are referring to as Leela is Maya from my perspective. It is because dualities still bind me. Nithya and Leela represent the two sides of the same coin only in the state of oneness. But I am still possessing duality. I cannot presume Maya to be Leela until I attain Nithya." Sri Nanagaru then intently looked into the eyes of the devotee out of grace.
On losing her husband, Sri Nanagaru consolingly said to a devotee, "Since you have lived together with your husband for so many years, his remembrance may bring you sorrow." She replied, "Didn't Bhagavan state that sorrow prevails when we identify ourselves with the ego and not when we identify ourselves with the self?" Sri Nanagaru said, "Yes, it is true. If the waking state represents a long dream, the dream related to our sleep represents a short dream." The devotee replied, "Bhagavan might have narrated those words for those bound by time. Why should the one who has transcended the time be concerned with the long or short dreams?" Referring to this dialogue, Sri Nanagaru said, "Such is the glory when the subject is understood."
బిడ్డలను దిద్దుకొనగా భువికే తెంచిన శ్రీనానగారు కన్న బిడ్డలను దిద్దుకొనగా భువికే తెంచిన శ్రీనానగారు రతనాల మోట మీరు తోపే బాట మరుమల్లె తోట మీ నోటి మాట రతనాల మోట మీరు తోపే ముందు కదులాడే మా నాన్నగారు మన ముందు కదులాడే మా నాన్నగారు శ్రీ నాన్నగారు మా నాన్నగారు జోహార్లు మీకు జోహార్లు మీకు జోహార్లు